Good morning, citizens, and welcome back to the verse. I'm back. It is Monday. Yeah. Let's do a little bit of randomization. 4.7. So, random 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I like it. Not a big fan of the earrings. Can I change those color? How do I do that? Is that a possibility? No. Not that. That's piercings. That's saying none, but I definitely have them there. Is that a part of the randomization that does that? Interesting. Okay. Well, we're going to accept what we got. How do I don't want to hit this by accident. Review. Accept. That is us for this. We're in the PTU. This is really unusual for me. I don't tend to ever play in the PTU. It's something I usually avoid for two reasons. One, really buggy. And two, let's just go with best, see what happens. Confirm. Two is I like to avoid the... This is so loud. I'm going to have to wait till we can get into the game before I can do that. So I'm going to turn my game volume down for a second. Okay. I like to avoid the PTU because I like to find things in the game. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. UE Interstellar or Intersystem Comm Network hacked. Yeah. Okay. Strongly advise that any sensitive data still be physically transported. Ensure protection. Yeah, okay. So they made the last splash page was talking about the system-wide, through every star system, chat was working, the comms were working. Basically, how it works all over the place. And it was a bad idea, and people pointed out that's kind of removing the need for data running. This, I don't think, was the plan. I think this is like a step back from CAG realizing that thing they made. Like, I don't think this was planned to go, oh, their next one will say, look at it was hacked and that's why we need data running. I also don't think this means data running's being worked on. I just think that they just realized, yeah, we made a mistake. Nick's land grab talked about terraforming. I kind of really wish Pyro was super dead. Honestly, I know that's talking about Nick's, but I'm still kind of annoyed with the terraforming and Pyro. There should have been way more barren, no animals, no plants in Pyro. That's my opinion. It should really have been more structures and landscape features that made those places interesting. We don't need flowers on every planet. There's other ways to make something feel, I wasn't going to say lush, but vibrant in a different way. Anyways, we're back on to why I'm not, where I'm in the PTU. I'm in the PTU because there's going to be massive changes. So normally I try to avoid those changes. I try to avoid finding any of the spoilers that happen in the, oh, here we go. Where am I going? Master volume. Let's put that down a bit. Turn that back up. That might be okay. It's mainly the music that was the issue for me. I can do this. Okay. Graphics. Film grain, no. QR code, no. Good. Back. Good. Okay. It's a little bit too quiet now. That was the wrong button. But because of all the changes to... the game, and mining in general, which is what I love to do. That's better. I figured I might as well check it out. I might as well check it out and see what it's like because it's going to be different. It's going to be kind of crazy. The reason why I'm not doing this until Monday, and I'm a bit behind the 8 ball, is, man, was I sick. Like, sick. Like, to the point where I still don't know how long I'm going to play today, because this morning I'm feeling a bit lightheaded, a little bit queasy. So definitely not running on all cylinders.
To the ASOC
Oh, what should we start with? I mean, we need to go re-equip everything on our prospector. We know that. We got the Hull C there. We got the Vulture. None of these other things really need to be changed as much as I can understand. And maybe we'll get the Titan as well. Let's first check.
Please visit us again.
Do I have my rhyme and stuff? I can't remember what transfers over with the PTU and what I need to get. So, Prospector. Let's change to... I haven't done Icebreak in a while, and that's a nice one. Utility... No, so I'm going to have to buy a Helix, and I'm going to have to buy a couple Rhyme modules, but I do have $15 million, which is pretty awesome. What else? I don't know what I have in here. Ooh! Well, this is new. Okay. Yeah, we'll talk a bit about my illness in a second. First, I'm gonna have to learn how to use inventory again. Okay, so... Oh! Ooh, ooh! Why does that highlight us? Okay, why does it highlight an undersuit with a helmet? Is it because they're both... No, they're not both. But I can't drag it off the whatever this is called, paper doll. You drag them off here. So this is eyeglasses, chest armor, arms, legs. Guessing this is ammo. Maybe this is what it's compatible with. That's what this is. Sidearm, attachments, other weapons. So if I go here, ooh, I like this better. Okay, primary. Just for fun, let's drag this onto there. Yes, and there your attachments are there. Cool. I like that. Put that in there right now. Let's go. If I do that, everything goes off. Good. All right. Undersuits. Oh, that stays highlighted. Okay. I don't want it highlighted though. There we go. Green, the best color. Oh, see, it's gonna take me a while because I'm gonna keep wanting to drag it there. Ooh, but look, it gives you all the close options currently. What if I double click? Yes. Okay. Cool. Yes, this is exciting for everyone else who has already figured out the system. Ugly bear heads. No, thank you. Spider-Man helmet. Sure, why not? I don't care. I never care whether I'm wearing the heavy armor or light armor. Because currently, what's the matter? What's the difference? I mean, respawns are cheap. You don't lose anything. There's real no risk. So, you know, just for the fashion. I do go for heavy. Do I have any heavy here? Light. Medium. Light. I don't have any heavy. I do go usually for heavy because then I can put on a bigger backpack. Because I am a little loot goblin, but guess we'll wear this. It's got a cool little cape. Love it. What is this? What am I looking at? Wildwood Core Armitex. I have no idea why I own that. I'm not going to worry about arms because then I can put on arms if I loot them. Backpacks, though. You know what? Ooh, I can't put that one on, eh? No, won't let me. But if I highlight this... Oh, that doesn't show me which one of these it's compatible with, but it has to be light. So, let's just go with... I hardly ever wear the Best in Show backpack. Let's wear that one. Adorable. That one can hold a gun, right? Yeah, okay. Like it'll fit on there. Yeah, no problem. Okay. But I don't want a gun. I want utility. These are multi-tools? Why do they look like that? That goes... How does that... Okay, where does that go if I attach that? How do I attach? Is it because I'm not wearing leg armor? And it doesn't attach to this chest? Maybe it's because I need leg armor. Do I need leg armor? That doesn't make any sense. Hold on a second. Let's, I can put it in my hand, right? I can drop it. Carry. Holster. Okay. Where did that go? It's there. But where does it go on the screen? What's this? Backpack, torso, all, local, which is this one. Oh, you can switch those around. I'm very confused by that. Let me know. What? How? Why? How come? Now, how do I add that to that? Did I just mess it up where I now can't add a tractor beam attachment to that? Because it's in a weird non-existent place. This is one of the reasons I don't like the PTU, is because who's to say now that's in my hand. Now it's back. Okay, I mean that worked. Not ideal. These should be able to go in these slots. I saw that. But unless there is, when I open core. No. Okay. Yeah. Oh, unless it's down here. Weapons? Equipment? No. No. Gadgets. There we go. Alright. It just took me a while to find that. It's not horrible. Once you know where it is, this is going to be the issue. It's going to take me a while to learn a lot of the new mechanics. Ammo I don't need. What do I have for vehicle stuff here? Some vehicle weapons. Why is all this? Because these don't delete when you do that. Okay. Sustenance. I got my holiday mug. Containers. Nothing. Miscellaneous or other. Oh, we got my new envelope and my CitizenCon trophy from VirtualCon. Mission stuff. We don't have any mission stuff. Neato Mosquito. Okay, cool. Let's take out. I should have really thought about this. I'm gonna take out the Titan because it's faster.
The ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
And when we have the Titan, we're gonna go
Your vehicle has been delivered
to a location to buy both the Helix mining head and the Rigers that I want for mining, because we're going to do a little bit of mining. So I'll do a cut here. I'll do a search to find out where I need to go, and then we'll come back with me heading in those locations. Because I can't remember who sells Riger. I think they might be a couple places in Stanton, but I might end up having to go to Nick's and go check them out there. But yeah, first things first. New inventory system. I notice it says nearby, which means maybe I can loot stuff. It said something like nearby, didn't it? Maybe I misread that. Local. Oh, maybe it was just local. Because I thought there was supposed to be a way you can like loot things nearby, which on the one hand, I don't really need an easier way to loot faster. Like, I kind of like the very old version of searching bodies where you search a body. Alright, now open up his pants, search his pants. Now open up the chest, search his chest. And giving it all so easy and so fast is convenient if you're used to playing games where you're like, you know, running and shooting and running and grabbing and shooting and running. But I like the idea that as a player, you could potentially, try to hide your valuable things in a coat pocket so that if somebody is quickly trying to rob you and get away, they have to do some work or otherwise they're not going to get your valuables. And it was kind of a good trade-off, I thought. But being able to maybe move something from one box to another box without having to put it in my backpack and then open the next box and put it out of my backpack into the box, I think is awesome. So overall, I think this is kind of a cool change inventory, and it does look like it might be better for some things. Taking attachments on and off weapons, stuff like that, I think is really awesome. But without much more of a delay, I'm going to do this cut here while I figure out where I need to go. Ooh, something changed with the light there. That was kind of interesting. This is a beautiful day. Did they fix the game where when I record it's not nighttime? I don't think so. I think I'll prove that wrong soon enough. It looks like I gotta go to Nick's. The only place I can see that sells what I want is in Levski, so we're gonna head there. Not a big deal. Gonna open up the map here. Still haven't fixed this. Still starts out on the ship. You gotta zoom out. Alright. And then, ooh, what is all that thing? Nick's Gateway. What is... What is... Oh. This is broken. That's 100% broken. Okay. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. That's going to be annoying. This is hopefully another strictly... This is why the game is still in the PTU, by the way. Next gateway. There it is. Because there's going to be issues that would make this game pretty unplayable for people not willing to work with the jank. So that is why it takes a while for these patches to come out. Things get broken, and they take a while to get fixed. And a lot of times it's because maybe they're going to be doing something. So why fix something that is going to change in the next patch? Alright, as we fly to Nyx, I'll probably not show the whole... Wow, that frame rate was... still is bad. I might not show the whole the whole journey, but now that I don't have to think about what I'm doing, because I'm just going to be flying, as long as I don't get interdicted, yeah, let's talk about what happened to me. It was rough, like real bad. So I was talking about in some previous videos that I have a week off starting now. Not an entire week off on my own, play games. I can Monday, Tuesday, then I'll be doing some other stuff. I'll still be able to play, but not nearly as much. But starting my last day of work was on Friday, because like we got like just a week in March, so it was pretty awesome. Friday, I start feeling bad. Actually, Thursday I start feeling bad, and while I'm trying to sleep Thursday night, I'm just cold, like freezing cold. At least that's how I felt. Definitely I was the opposite. I must have been running a fever, but didn't sleep well, really tired, got the shakes, not feeling good at all. I'm still really congested and, like I said, still feeling kind of lightheaded, so we'll see how long I'll be doing this right now. But at work, just feeling real rough, real rough. Got home, left a note saying, gone to bed, feeling bad, that's it, I'm done. So when my partner came home, she checked on me at about 9:30. So I had been sleeping the whole time, and so we're talking like I came home just about 3. I started sleeping and slept until 9:30. Because I get home a lot earlier because I start at like a different time. 9:30, she woke me up and just made sure I was, alive. I'd taken my temperature a couple times and thought I wasn't too bad. Turns out I forgot what a normal human temperature is supposed to be, so I wasn't too worried because I thought, oh, I'm only like half a degree warmer than normal. But I forgot that a normal human isn't 39.8 degrees, which is for some reason in my head that's what a normal is supposed to be. So I was higher than that and thought I was fine. I was not. So after being awake for about 20 minutes, I was back asleep, and then I was woken up again just because I needed to get moving because I'd been sleeping so long. At 11:30 the next day, I slept, 20 hours. Fever broke, but I was just wiped out. Even after 20 hours of sleep, I just was so tired. Saturday and Sunday, but I'm feeling better now. Stomach pains like you wouldn't believe, and just overall sick. But I'm sure there's been a thing going around my work, and I'm sure I was the recipient of it. I don't think COVID. I think it was just something entirely new, something bad. So when I kind of come to, the PTU was open to me, and I could have been playing, but instead I was surviving. Feeling much better now, though. Glad about that. Yesterday I wasn't feeling too hot at all, but I was able to, we'll use the term edit loosely, at least kind of put together the video showing that cool Argo Atlas and lamp. Funny enough, the lamp I'm still super excited about, and I've decided I think I am gonna try to make a little like desk lamp for my desk, which unfortunately, if you saw my desk right now, no place to put it because I have junk all over the place. Yeah, I was able to kind of do a little bit of work on that, push render, walk away, and come back like 2 hours later and see if anything had happened. Yeah, it's gonna be I'm so glad I have a week off to not have to use sick days, since I don't get a lot of those, and be able to recover. So if I sound a little bit different than usual, I know I always have the cough, but the nasalness and kind of scatterbrainedness, I've been making sure not to use any meds today. I'm trying to let myself, if I feel something, at least I'll kind of follow on the feeling. So that's why I don't know how long I'm going to be playing, because if I start feeling rough, I don't want to kind of push through it and make things worse. I'm going to take it a bit easy. But I'm going to be taking it easy anyways, because we're going to do a little bit of mining. And the reason why is because crafting's in. So if crafting's in, then mining might be kind of a cool part to it. So there's a few things I want to check. I want to check if the rock laser is fixed. So we'll maybe do that. I want to see if the geo seems to be fixed. We'll see about that. I want to see how different finding materials are. I want to see how the qualities are handled, because I know there are different qualities of materials. I haven't looked into any more than that. My hope, and I might have talked about this in a previous video, would be like if you, how much I should get fuel here, right? Let's do that. If you put low quality material into your prospector and then you suck up high quality material, I would love it if they average out, so that if you find really high quality stuff, it would kind of make you need to go back and refine it, as opposed to holding on to it and seeing what else you can find. I think mining needs more of that. It needs more of that choices and dynamics, but I assume it's just going to let you keep all your separate ores, because that would be easier. And easier is more popular. But it shouldn't be for something like mining. I think really, I thought I was at the next gateway. I'm at the next gateway. That says Magnus Gateway. Oh god, I really hope I'm at the next gateway. This is very confusing to me. But we're gonna go where? Okay, give me a hanger. Where is it? There it is. I keep forgetting that they don't always go on the ring. Huh. And if they fix the mini-map, or not the mini-map, the space map, I wouldn't be so concerned, but... Well, we'll set our spawn here. We'll see what it says when we go inside the place, but... I really hope I'm at the next gateway. Anyways, yeah. Mining should be harder. Not harder like frustratingly failure happens most of the time. But like make prospecting and finding the stuff, make choices matter when you mine. That would be cool. That's what I really want. I want mining to be something that people who really put the time and effort into it get rewarded with skill. Kind of like, I know there is... I guess I could have gone out the side, right? Oh, now I'm already up. I know there is recycling things in the game. So I'm hoping that if you recycle stuff, the material comes out poor, or at least gets worse and worse every time you recycle something. I hope with weapon degradation... Weapon degradation could... I'm going to set my spawn here just in case. And that's also going to help me find out where I am at the same time to explain what I'm doing. I don't think weapon degradation's in the game currently, but I hope that it also affects the quality materials you want to recycle. That would be awesome. If you can get okay quality materials, I don't know why I did that, out of recycling things that you like loot, I don't think that's good because that's not helping mining. Crafting should be tied to mining. Mining should be attached to refining and to hauling. Where am I going in this place? Over here? I guess I could try the map here, see if it works. Okay. Medical. There we go. Perfect. But it shouldn't be tied to... Ooh, let's try this. Push I. Oh yeah! Human corpse nearby. Whoop! Free undersuit. That's reception. Okay, where does it say I am? I could have looked over the thing, I guess. It says Magnus.
Please, if anyone sees Dr. Bolin, let me know.
I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Just a friendly reminder that no matter your health status, just by being here, you're already taking an important step on the road to wellness.
Oh, what's happened there? Oh, this is... Okay. Next gateway. Show me that's where I am. Terror gateway.
Security, please come to storage room 3 right now. Security to storage room 3.
I want to know what's going on. I want somebody to check.
But next gateway should be Pyro gateway there.
Supposed to be safe.
Ready to get your care quicker?
Now it says
Use one of our
Nyx.
convenient self-check-in terminals and start your treatment now.
But I don't see Magnus anywhere. This is the part that confuses me.
Or you don't. I'm not gonna explain it again.
I don't know. We're gonna go through the portal, see what happens. But
Whether it's a simple case of
once again,
measles or something
PTU.
more serious, getting the right treatment has never been easier, thanks to the advanced
Part,
treatment medicines available at
frustration.
every Kelso Armies.
part fun.
Outside my area of
Let's see if there's any turtles we can bring along for the ride, just for fun. Even though we don't get to keep the things from the PTU. Which means there's more of a chance of me finding what I want. And less of a chance of people blocking off those with ladders, or carts. Ooh, okay, so let's try this. I. No, that didn't work. What if I crouch? I. Still nothing there. Cannot fit inside. And it doesn't let me put it on my back? Interesting. Okay. Maybe I need a bigger backpack. More experimentation. We need some crews anyway, so we're gonna get some crews. Crews. Get a bunch of those. Perfect. Core. How big is this? Light, medium. So it's only light. Novikov. Let's quick buy one of those. Okay. Let's go try this again. One other thing I would like to check is if I go and do a salvage job, will the oh yeah, that worked. Okay, so I can't put them on my back in an armistice zone. That seems to be the case, but I can go pick them up at least. All right. I don't know if I can recycle these, so I might as well pick them up and see. But if I go do a salvage job and I salvage copper and whatever, like tungsten and iron and whatever else there is. Aw, Turtle's gone. Of course he is. What quality will it be? Is that a viable thing for people who don't want to mine and don't want to depend on another player to mine for them in order to get their materials? I guess I'm not going to keep those guns in like with me because I'm going to be doing this the other way. It would be great if it remembered what I had on that undersuit and put it back on if possible. Will Novikov go on there? It will not. Didn't think so. Why isn't that? Was that why it wasn't working? No, okay. But you can't have torso. Oh, that's crazy. But I can have all? No. Okay. Alright, again, it's gonna take some getting used to. There. Oh, see that? Oh, that is gonna be something that takes some getting used to figure that out. I could have got a max lift while I was at it, eh? And then a hand mining attachment for my multi-tool. Let's do that. I mean, we got 15 million. It's not even my real money, so let's kind of do that. So we need orbit. Let's go mining. There you go. Quick buy one of those. And we'll do the max lift. I don't think I need batteries for it yet. Okay, we'll go grab those. Yeah, the inventory system is gonna just, I'm gonna hold off on judgment on a lot of stuff on this patch until it's actually out for two reasons. One is, who's to say, you know? Whether it's good or bad, it's really up to the individual person, whether they like it or not. But more importantly, it is PTU. Look at all the trouble I'm having with everything, with just basic things like using the map. double check that there's no Rigers here. I doubt it. But I really, unless there's something really egregious that I think what a weird choice to make, or something that I really love that I feel is going to stay, I'm gonna wait till it's in live before I really give my opinion on it, because I'm sure things have already changed. Where and how you get blueprints, what the missions are like, what the cost of some things are like, the damage of some things. Oh, Orgo! I gotta remember to get Argo pods when I do the same thing. So there are backpacks here? No, it's the same ones. What was I gonna look at? RIEG. Nope. Okay. And is there helix here? HEI. Oh. What do they have here? Oh, that's head cover. Do they not have? Why don't I see mining head here? Utility. Lasers, because they're called laser. They have the helix here. HELI. I don't know why. I mean, I know I can't spell. I have dyslexia, but I don't remember. I couldn't remember that. Okay, so they should be all over, hopefully, especially in Nyx. It is good that the Rigers aren't in Pyro now. It is bad that they're in Nyx. It's good because they're not in Pyro, because I feel like a lot of stuff gets put to where the most danger is, as opposed to, like, industry should be, I think, tied to more of a safer place like Nyx or Stanton. However, Nyx is probably the most dangerous place to go right now, because unless you take a mission, you're basically going in a straight line between 2 points. I guess 3 points. 2 gates and this way. 2 gates and 1 big rock. Is this where I came through? Let's say yes. I have not been to this station really. Alright, let's go. Remember to refuel. Double check that I have my cruise. I do. Perfect. And I have a gun. Just for fun. Never know. I guess I could have also... I'm going to try something with that new inventory. Okay. So, gun. Weapons. No. Can I open these? Equip, holster, inspect, customize, drop. Is there any way to take the ammo? Because I can take it out of this gun. Can I? Maybe not. Can you not unload? See, before you used to be able to grab the ammo out of the gun, and so I could take the ammo to these guns and just have more ammo. Doesn't seem like that is as easy or intuitive as it used to be. Maybe that's the case. Sorry, I just rubbed my hand on my microphone. Alright. Ooh, that made me feel weird. Alright, so maybe no sharp corners. Okay. Refuel, refuel, refuel. If I say that 3 times, there's a 20% chance I'm going to remember in 6 seconds. Alright. Landing. Refuel. 12 UEC for hydrogen? Except for that it doesn't want me to do it. See that? Okay. Have my engines on the whole time. No wonder I was using all that delicious hydrogen. It'd also be interesting to see if refining increased quality of materials. That would be cool. Like, I love using Dinix. You know, I'm a Dinix guy. But maybe there's another one that makes the quality go up, but takes a little bit longer. And so if you really want to make something nice, you're going to choose that refining method. I think that'd be really cool. Why do I not have shields? That is interesting. So the ship doesn't normally have enough power for shields if your coolers or if your radar or something else is using that power? Oh, I'm glad I noticed that. How many ships default have no shields when you're in SCM? That's crazy. Huh. That's really crazy. Weird. So I'm gonna point out something. Here's a ship. Oh, where'd it go? I just saw it. If I ping, I don't know where he is. There's Samsey. I thought we weren't supposed to be able to see ships unless we actively pinged. I thought their cross sections weren't supposed to show up. I thought that was a change. I did see that somewhere. I could be wrong on that though. This jump gate is pretty far away, but like there's a ship there. Teeny tiny. I would target it, but I don't like targeting people. Because it's always a panic when you suddenly get targeted. I think some ships should always come up as a passive ping. If you pop in with a Polaris, I don't think I should have to send out a detection ping for that to show up on my radar. I think there should be like a threshold and distances involved, and maybe that's what they meant. But what is... Whatever you are tiny. Hi, friend. Let's play. What are you? Oh, it's a rescue. All right. Guess I don't need my shields on right now. Would have been faster to get here. This is looking cool. Alright, a little bit of a cough my lung out, and now we're back into the game. Is this ship coming in with me? Maybe. Another cutty, or is that the same one? I just wasn't paying attention. Or am I about to be shot? Could be any. It's the excitement of PvP, anytime, any place. See if that screenshot worked. Now, this ship I always find a little bit slidey. Like driving a boat in a river when you're going through these things. Some of the bigger ships just, they got that mass that makes them a little more fun. Although I like the challenge of this, don't get me wrong. But I don't even know if I'm going, well, you know what, I know I'm not going to Magnus. So Magnus Gateway thing that was just really confusing. Is that the end of the... Or is that just changing into the new system? New color? I was gonna say, that seemed pretty quick. Not a lot of bridges in here. Oh, there's one. There we go. Did it work? Or am I still in Stanton? Or maybe in Pyra, who knows? Where am I? Might be Nyx. You would think... Wow, that looks cool. I heard another ship around me, but I don't see him. Alright. A lot of signals here, but really what I want to do is I want to go... What's that? Where am I? Alright. Let's, How come nothing is showing up here? Cancel. Okay, now what am I looking at? It's still not showing me. Says Stanton Gateway. Where am I? Fortunately, this map's not going to work, is it? No. See? What is that? Who knows? Alright, we're in Nyx. Let's go to Levski. Okay. Levski is this way. Whoa, the frame rate has gone to 6. Now, of course, it's always best to jump directly towards Levski from the gate. Better chance of getting shot. More action, more excitement. But it gives you time to have a little bit of orange pico and honey. And that's more important, right? First things first, when I land, I'm going to claim my prospector, so it's gonna be on its way. Then we're gonna go do a little bit of shopping and get what we need. Maybe I'm gonna stick around inside Nyx for a while, just because I don't necessarily feel like going back. But if I want to go back, pretty easy. I'm not gonna have to take the jump gate again. I'll just reset my spawn and Bob's your uncle. But we can do a little bit of mining in here. There's some pretty cool stuff in here. I don't know what the quality is like. I don't know in tiers. I know best quality is supposed to be Pyro. Is Stanton the worst or is Nyx the worst? I don't know. I don't know what the average is, so feel free to let me know on that. At least currently. Oh, I'm glad I refueled. Oh, I could look for turtles there. At that side. Oh, beautiful. Alright. We're gonna aim away from the big old boulder. You would think I would know this after how many times I've been to Levski. Is this rock called Delmar, or is that another location that they haven't put in yet? I can remember. So we're on the bottom side of the big old rock. I know that because I can see the red lights on the pillars or pylons or whatever you want to call them. Alright. This is beautiful. I mean, it's looking good. I hardly ever fly the Titan. It's kind of a cool ship. I don't own one though, so why do I have one? Must be a loaner for something. Must be. I'm not sure how the loaners work. See, again, we got like whatever. This is up here. We got this ship here. I thought they weren't supposed to show up unless you were actively pinging. Makes no sense to me. What happens and what doesn't based on... That's the problem with this, with the patch notes. And I only briefly looked at them. 'Cause again, I don't want to... I want to be surprised more than just knowledgeable. Does that make sense? That looks cool though. Oh. It was a Redeemer? Is that what that was? Or was that a Vanguard? Wasn't really watching. Be great to have one of those Toby things. But I mean, I guess I could sell a stick of RAM and buy a car, but have left over for a Toby. But at the moment, all my money's going to Tetley tea and a new shovel because I broke mine. We got a lot of snow again. I love the snow. I'm getting tired of shoveling, mainly because I just feel so weak right now. But even my coworkers, even the people I live with in this part of Canada, who we should be used to the snow, are done with it. But not me. I love it. I don't like cold. Like if it's gonna be minus, it's gonna be like minus 25 constantly for a week. At least give me some snow. But with the snow, and I don't want to, like, you know, either give me no snow or give me like, you know, 20 centimeters of snow. I don't need, you know, 5 centimeters. Just enough that I have to, like, you know, shovel off my walk. But give me a lot. I love it. We have had so much snow this year, and yet no school days. Well, I shouldn't say that. The rural areas where the school buses, you know, might go off a road and crash and kill a bunch of kids, they get snow days. But oh, I hit the wrong button there. But I don't. In the city, we've had buses not running, but everyone's gone to school every day this year. Look at this. It's cinematic. That's beautiful. All right. Let's do it this way this time. Let's first of all, in case, you know what? I'm going to be taking the Prospect Road, but I might be taking this back. So I'm going to remember landing service. I'm going to remember to refuel now. Now I'm going to try to get out the side. Now that I know it's somewhere there. There it is. Yeah, we're having frame rate issues. It'll be interesting. I know there was something recently said by Chris Roberts about 1,000 plus, maybe it was even 3,000 player servers. I wonder if that will really affect frame rates, or frame rates are just junk from something entirely different. All right. I'm going to store that, and I'm going to claim that. There you go. Now let's go do some shopping. It'd be cool with massive servers, but only if they kind of figure out a better way to do calling ATC to landings. Like, it's already in certain times when certain areas are busy. As much as I love the realism, I am a huge proponent for starting in your habs, not in your hangar. For taking trains, if you really want to go somewhere. My thought is, why do I keep scrolling down when I can just click that? I would rather, if you have to go to a city, don't make it like people saying, I don't want to go to the city because it takes too long. Instead of making it easier to go and leave a city, instead of making atmospheres in gas giants smaller, I would love it if you just made a reason to go to the city so that that journey feels worth it. I think that would be pretty awesome. What is here? Teaches is on this shop? That's Municipal Works. Or do I have to go to Refinery? I think I go to Refinery. That's down, right? I think so. Ooh, look at all the people here. Look at this. Guy from Warcraft who's here as well. Oh, I like this. I have a pink Star Kitten. I don't think I've seen this one. What is this one? Is this Refineries? Nope, that's Grand Barter. Okay. Hey, buddy. I can't remember how to wave right now. I know I used to have a keybind for it. Refinery. Okay. Oh, guess I could have went that way. Okay. But see, with 1,000 people on servers, this will be cooler. More people around, more stuff happening. Alright. Laser. I remember this time. Helix 2? No. Lancet, Lawson. Okay, so I should have bought the Helix at the other place because Helix 2 is for the mole. What did I say it was? RIEG? Yes. Let's get... I have unlimited money. Let's get 4 of them, even though I think I could only use 3. Is there anything else here that's kind of interesting? Oh, but that means... Oh! Argo or Pod. I need 4 of those. Why are you running in front of me? Like, okay. And that's the one thing I will have an issue with 1,000-player servers. Why run in between? Like, I mean, I know why, because someone's standing in front of a screen, so why not make yourself seen? But why? There's no real need to do that. And that's the kind of... I know there's talk, yes and no, about instancing, and I've talked about this before. I love the idea of instancing in certain locations. And one of the best ones, I think, an example of how instancing can make this game the best is Twitch. So that when you go and see Twitch, you're seeing Twitch. You're not seeing Twitch with 17 other people doing the same mission. Or 50 people doing the same mission. All crowded around. Half the people jumping up and down so that they're seen. That is what I am excited about with instancing. Make it better. Okay. Which one of these opens first? That says 13 seconds. Okay, this person's trying to get the door to work. Nope, that's got too many seconds. Let's go back this way. There we go. But like, look at how cool this is. And this is because it's PTU, and people are actually doing the stuff like the mining that needs to be done. I am regretting now not buying a Helix laser, putting it on my prospector before. Or did I? Now I've already forgotten if I've upgraded it or not. This would be part of me being sick, is that my brain can't remember things. It should be claim by now, right? Not yet? Okay. I think I'm on the bazaar level. Right? Or am I at the way at the top now? Where am I? Oh yeah, I'm at the top level. I didn't want to be here. Why did I get off? I'll go down. Although this is where you go to sell. I did eventually learn that. Alright, so I want to go to level 1, I believe. What level is this? I can't even read that. What a bad placement of sign. I feel like this is where I'm supposed to be. Nope. One more up. Okay. Oh, why are you laying there? Could have got another free undersuit. I realize now that I've been feeling better than I thought I would, and I've been playing for a lot longer than I thought I would. I'll put a little disclaimer at the beginning of this video, but I think I'm going to end it with getting ready to mine versus when I actually start mining, which will be, I'll split this into at least 2 parts. I don't like putting out super long videos. Okay, this is an issue. These screens seem broken. There we go. The reason I don't like putting out super long videos is mostly because my video editing software is garbage. It takes forever and crashes if I try to do something too big. That's the main reason. Alright, did I put a helix laser on that I don't recall doing? Is that a possibility? Nope, it's Arbor. Alright, so for you it's going to be super easy and super simple. You get to just watch magic happen. I am going to have to go back to... Ooh, wait a minute. There was a helix at the other jump gate. I was thinking I had to go back to Stanton, but I might just have to go back to the jump gate and do it there. I don't know if I can... I don't know if I can carry the Rigers over there. I might have to make 2 trips. But you're not going to have to see me do that. I'm going to go do that off camera. We're going to get our prospector ready to do a little bit of mining. That'll be kind of fun. I guess I could have also at the same time bought myself a crafting machine at the refinery deck, but I will do that later as well. Okay, I'm going to go get that helix, and I'm going to get the Rigers. I'm going to put them on, and then we're going to be ready to mine.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
I've realized I never set my spawn at Nyx, which is something I should think of doing. But I looked at Cornerstone. If you don't know what that website is, it's awesome for finding where things are. And there is a size 1 helix in Nyx at the Pyro Gateway. So that's why we're heading to the Pyro Gateway. We're going to go do that. Maybe just for safety, I'm going to try to remember to set my spawn here. That way I'm not having to jump back through the wormhole to get back here. Worst case scenario. By default, shields are on the prospector. So that's interesting. Kind of cool. But we'll get the helix here. We'll confirm that it's here. Put that on our ship. Then I'm going to do another jump back to Levski to get those Rigers. Set the spawn a 3rd time there. And after that, it's about minus 16 Celsius outside right now. And so I think I'm going to take a little bit of break, stand outside in a t-shirt and see if that makes me feel a little bit cooler, since I'm feeling like super hot at the moment. Because, hey, if you don't feel like you're chilled to the bone, you might as well feel like you're boiled alive like a lobster, right? Also, I mean, my dog needs to go out and she needs to see me. And so I'm going to go spend maybe 15 minutes with her. Put on another cup of, another pot of tea, I should say, and then we're going to get into the actual mining. I don't know how much of my testing I'm going to be able to do before the, this game, or this version, I should say, comes out of the PTU and into live. Who knows? It is Monday. Maybe they've got a bunch of stuff fixed and they thought this is good to go. Doubtful, but not impossible. Alright, to change my laser head, I could leave it here, go by the head, and switch it out with the laser beams by unlocking the ports, or the tractor beam, I would say, by locking the ports. But I'm just going to store it and do it that way. Assuming the head I want is actually here. There we go. I don't know why I have 2 Auroras also. That must be another loner thing, or I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. Frame rate seems better here. Oh god, again I do that. This is why by default they need to put your hanger at top, and then I won't automatically start scrolling through as soon as I get into an elevator. Okay, first things first, before I forget. Hey, buddy. I'm gonna guess it's up here, because those are the habs. Yes.
Hey.
There we go. Hey, I was watching your dance.
Sniffles or something more serious.
For Dr.
Getting
Chung.
the right
Need to immediately in surgery. Dr. Chung.
Does this say Magnus? That'd be hilarious if it does.
available at every RX.
Nope. It says Terra. Hilarious in its own way. Okay. We're definitely in the Pyro Gateway. Just so you know. What does it say above the ships? Above the whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Above the above. It says Stanton. I don't even know anymore. I don't even know. Alright, first things first, cargo. For turtles. Maybe some more guns. Not that I need them. Someone took the guns, so I'm guessing the turtles are gone also. Yep. I'm gonna be happy when 3.7 is out. I'm gonna take it a little bit easier. Do a little more of the, you know, the walking and just enjoying the views. But for this, it's not as enjoyable for you, I think, since I can guarantee editing for this is gonna be at a minimum. Most of the editing done, and I'll use editing lightly, as I do in a lot of my videos, will just be me deciding when to record and stop recording, like I have been doing. I love these refineries, and this is something that bothers me about Pyro. These refineries are working. Look at, like, all these bays going down here, all the stuff pouring. The Pyro ones are versions of these that are wrecked and destroyed and broken, and yet they have the same capacity and the same amount of work being done. I don't see why everything in Pyro has to look like it's been destroyed. Because if I was a criminal making, you know, millions of UEC, wouldn't I have a nice place? Helix 1. That's what we want. There's no chance that there was Rigers here, are there? Focuses. Lifeline, Rhyme, Torpid, Torrent, Vox. Yeah, okay. Cool. Good. I was also thinking maybe I probably could have bought, since I have money that's not really my money, it's just the PTU money, I have 15 million. I probably could have bought a Prospector from Teach's, because I know Teach's has a special Teach's mole. It might also have a special Teach's Prospector that came with a Helix. Thing is, I don't know what it actually comes with, so it would have been a gamble, but it could have been a gamble that paid off a lot better. Got ourselves a Helix. Perfect. Okay. I'm going to head back to Nick's. I'm going to put on those Rhymes. Not Rhymes, the Rigers. And then we're going to call it quits there. And then, actually, maybe we'll just do it now. And then part 2, after I go cool down a bit and maybe have some soup, I'm actually going to get out and do a little bit of mining. I'm excited about that. So we're going to leave this here. Hopefully it wasn't too painful to watch me muddle through this, but like I said, there's so much changing, and so much that's changing is core to what I do in Star Citizen that I really wanted to check out at least partly what's changed and what's different and how it works, so that I'm not muddling through it when I'm then more focused on what I'm doing with it. So thank you so much for making it through part 1. Part 2 will be out as quickly as possible after this piece. Basically, my plan is to just render 1, upload it, and while it's uploading, start working on rendering part 2. So what I'm going to do between parts 1 and 2 is I'm going to change out these bags into the Argo bags. I'm going to put on those modules, and that is pretty much it. Oh, and probably remember to reset my spawn and Nyx. So until then, thanks so much for sticking through this. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. It does help me out. Leave a comment on if you've been trying out this or what you think, or maybe it will be too late, but maybe what should I look at in the PTU that that has changed, that I might run into some issues that work, some things that are going to be massively different than they were before. The chance of me reading them between part 1 and part 2 are pretty much 0, but I still love to hear your comments, and they may affect if this turns out to be end up having a part 3, because I'll be using the PTU until the next patch. That's my plan for the remainder of this week. So until then, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I hope to see you all soon the first. Goodbye, everybody.